Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So 43-year-old Georgia resident Matthew Webler was on probation for burglary when he took part in the Capitol attack. And prior to January 6th, he expressed many quackspiracies on social media. He repeatedly talked of violence. So for example, on November 22nd of 2020, he wrote, quote, "If things don't go the way that I believe they're planned, the only way Biden takes office on 1/20/2021 is if me and millions of other Americans like this guy are laying cold and dead on Capitol Hill. I will be there to instigators inaugurate President Trump or to fight to the death for my country." Webler had numerous conversations online discussing weapons, and in a December 16th Facebook post, he wrote, quote, "What gun laws? I only know of one. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed." Then on January 3rd of 2021, Webler posted, quote, "I'll be in DC with my gun because if I'm wrong, that's the only option left." On January 6th, before Webler made it to the Capitol, he posted again online. He wrote in part, quote, "If this goes to the 20th, war will happen." And then sometime after that, Webler was seen on surveillance video illegally entering the Capitol through a broken window, less than 10 minutes, by the way, after the initial breach. He was wearing a flag around his neck like a cape, and it contained the letter of the alphabet that shall not be named on my show, you know, the one between P and R that I apparently cannot talk about. And he continued to message friends on Facebook. And in one message, Webler said, quote, "I'm in the Capitol. We broke in." And then as Webler walked through the building, he was singing, quote, "Happy birthday to me." And when he saw someone knocking down metal poles, Webler told the person, quote, "There's no sense to destroying it, dude. It's our property. We don't destroy our own property." Webler walked through the building for 21 minutes before exiting, and he yelled, quote, "Woo, 1776. So on the way home, Webler shared a video online, and he said, quote, "We went there planning to have a peaceful protest. This is not what was supposed to happen." That's not what you said before. Peaceful wasn't really in his vocabulary before he went. Anyway, by April of 2021, Webler was then downplaying what took place at the Capitol. He shared videos that he took, and he asked the question, quote, "Tell me again, where do you see the terror?" And in August of 2021, still having not been arrested, Webler wrote, quote, "There's no such thing as an illegal weapon. There are, however, many illegal laws." Okay, so Webler was arrested on December 3rd of 2021, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. When the agents searched his home, they found a small amount of meth, a homemade short barrel rifle with a silencer, 2 magazines, ammunition, and additional unregistered silencers and other firearm paraphernalia. Apparently, Webler's possession of weapons was another violation of the law because he's a convicted felon. So Webler is still facing federal charges for the firearm violations in the state of Georgia. But in regard to January 6th, Webler pleaded guilty to the parading charge in February of 2022, and he was facing up to 6 months in jail, 5 years of probation, and $5,000 in fines. However, the prosecutor requested only 3 months in jail and $500 in restitution. This is infuriating because this guy has a long criminal history. His lack of respect for the laws and the rules is very evident. Between the year 2000 and 2014, Webler racked up 11 criminal convictions. And we're not talking drug convictions or theft. In both 2000 and 2001, Webler was convicted of aggravated assault, One of those cases involved Webler stabbing someone numerous times, then driving off in the victim's car. In the other case, Webler struck a man in the face with some sort of blunt object and blinded him, like permanently blinded him in one eye. Webler has also been convicted of burglary, second-degree burglary, battery, receiving stolen property, and for driving under the influence on 5 separate occasions. So you guys are not going to be shocked to hear he has violated the terms of his probation numerous times, not just in relation to the January 6th case, in other cases as well. And this guy's father set up a Give, Send, Go page for donations for his son. The comments are stomach churning, truly. They talk about him being persecuted. They talk about how this is a, quote, travesty. I mean, they're making this guy out to be a total victim. I mean, tell that to the person he stabbed. Tell that to the person who he beat in the face and blinded. Unfortunately, U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich presided over Webler's case. I couldn't locate details about the sentencing hearing and what was said, but she could not even give the prosecutor the weak-ass sentence that they requested for this criminal. Friedrich sentenced Webler to only 45 days in prison and $500 in restitution. And because he's been in prison for some time now, he'll receive credit for time served. So he's probably out walking around right now until the firearm case is adjudicated. It is unbelievable. And yet you have the right constantly saying that the left is too lenient, these liberal judges are letting these dangerous people out of prison. Yeah, I agree, especially in this case. I mean, here you have a repeat violent felon given a complete pass by a Trump-appointed judge. It is unfreaking believable. This is so completely unacceptable. So let's hope that the firearm charges really stick and that this guy is locked up for a while. Sorry for the frustrating report. I'm right there with you. Please like this video in any case, in spite of it being a horrible sentence. Please share this with everyone you know so that they know what's really going on and that these people are getting a huge pass, even with criminal histories. And please subscribe so you'll get more videos like this. You'll be notified about them. Ring the bell. If you can donate, it's greatly appreciated. Even if it's one time, even if it's $1 a month, everything helps. But if you can become a monthly supporter, that it's really the best way to help this keep the show on the road. Links are down below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Love you guys. Talk with you soon.